finds her way through.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to Her Way Through the Glow Up Diaries, where healing gets honest, growth gets messy, and every story starts with I'm healing. Today's episode is titled When Your Trigger Has a Name and Shared Custody. And this one is for the warriors doing the deep work, for the ones healing while still having to face the very person who hurt them over and over and over again. Whether it's a co-parent, a family member, or someone you once called home, this one is for you. So let's be real. What do you do when you're on your healing journey? Doing the work, protecting your peace, journaling, praying, even minding your own business, and then boom, the universe throws a curveball. And that curveball has a name. It's a person, a situation, a dynamic that you just simply can't avoid. No matter how much you may want to, no matter how hard you may try, you legit cannot avoid this person, situation, whatever. For me, it's the father of my child. And let me tell y'all, co-parenting with your trigger, baby, that's a whole new level of spiritual warfare. So let's talk about it. This episode is for anyone doing the hard thing, healing in real time, while still having to face the very thing that once broke you. Because I'm telling y'all, it's not as easy as it may sound. Like, it's legit so hard. Because typically, when somebody, what do you do when it's over? You distance yourself from that person. You no longer want anything to do with them because they hurt you. Especially if they the person that is insistent on being difficult. It's like, okay, bam, like, okay, we over. I'm distancing myself. I need this for my sanity. I need this for my mental health. I need this for my peace. Okay, because what do I be saying in all the episode? Peace is important, and that is the life for me. Turn that into a quote or something, because yeah. But they say protect your peace. But what happens when peace has to share a room with your trigger? Me, I'm peace, y'all. Just if anybody was confused. And he is the trigger. So this episode is literally my life. I never thought I'd be here raising a child with someone who feels more like a reminder of my wounds than a partner in growth and parenthood and just being a family. And what really breaks me sometimes is, me and this man have history. We have years, literally. I supported him in ways I didn't even realize until I started pulling away. But somehow, every path I try to take with peace in mind, of course, because remember, y'all, I'm peace. He finds a way to twist it, manipulate it, weaponize it. It's wild how quickly people forget what you done for them. And I'm not saying that to be petty. I genuinely wanted to help. I gave my heart. But now it's like none of that ever happened. I wasn't there. I didn't help. I didn't support. I'm just this horrible person, which makes no sense because it's like out of 6-7 years, really? If I was such this horrible person, why would you say? Like, that's a long time. Okay, that is a long time. I just don't get it. I understand people's perspective is their reality, and I get that. But it's like, when does it come to a point of it being a little, I don't know, delusional? People typically know what they're doing and how they're making someone feel, especially if this person been in your life. You pick up on their habits and their ways, and you know what makes them tick, you know what upsets them. So it comes to a point like you're just doing this or whatever you're doing to intentionally hurt that person. And it's like, why? If this person is not trying to be negative or cause you any harm in your life, literally just trying to help you, uplift you, and you give them negativity and turmoil in return, that's a choice at the end of the day. Whether people want them or not, we all have choices, and how we choose to treat people is a choice. what we do to them, what we say to them, all our choices. And that hurts because it'd be like, damn, all these years for nothing. All these years meant nothing to you. Everything I did meant nothing to you. Like nothing at all. Really? And you could treat me like this out of all people when I had your back? And that's the worst part. This person is now forcing me to set boundaries I never wanted to set. Be cold in ways I never wanted to be. This is not me. But at some point, I had to choose peace over familiarity. Because like I said, sometimes when you're in something with somebody for so long, it becomes your norm, whether you want it to or not. And it could be a negative or a positive thing. If this person was nothing but toxic for you, eventually, literally, your life just be toxic and you be so used to living in this toxic space until you get out of it and realize like, damn, that was truly toxic. Like, I can't believe I lived in that for so many years. Like, what in the hell was I thinking? So I had to choose myself, even though it hurt. I had to accept something hard. I can't control how he reacts. I can't control how he twists things. I can't even control how bitter the situation feels some days. But what I can control is me. Do I have every reason to be angry? Hell yes. We didn't work out. The family I dreamed of didn't make it. That loss alone is painful and speaks 1,000 words. But I had to be honest. This man was bad for my health, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I did an episode on the sad side of boundaries. So that's what I'm practicing. Y'all know I'm actively practicing it. I said that in that episode. If you haven't checked it out, go listen. Because, yeah, it was one of them ones. So like I've been saying in that episode, like I'm saying it now, I'm still practicing these boundaries. And I'm trying not to be bitter. Like, literally. Because I feel my emotions at first. I'm literally going through the 7 steps of grief. Literally. And that we could get into, I could probably do a little episode on that, touching on that. But basically, I'm in a stage of anger. I feel me just getting angry. Like, I'm just angry. And this stage of grief is the hardest stage because typically people tend to get stuck in this stage. You know why? Because you be angry. You start thinking about all them years, everything that happened, everything that you went through, all the emotions you feel, and then think about how it is right now. And it can make you very angry. So it could get easy to stay in this phase and stage, and that's what I'm not trying to do. First, I was in sadness. I was sad about it, and every time I thought about it, it just brought tears to my eyes. Okay, so I'm finally getting up out of that sadness stage, and now I'm moving full blown on to anger, which is not the best, but this is the next stage, and I'm accepting it. I'm not trying to put too much pressure on myself, like, no, you should not be here. What are you angry for? Because no, I have every right to be angry. And I'm acknowledging it. A lot of emotion. It's draining being angry when I just want peace. Because peace is the life for what? Yeah. As I said, I'm practicing boundaries. And I'm trying not to be bitter. Because I know I have to see him. Unfortunately. That's unfortunately my life. So I have to prep myself. If I have to meditate, do that. If I have to set an intention of what he do, this is how I'm going to feel regardless. And then afterwards, I regulate. I decompress. If I have to journal, I journal. Because yes, baby, I am for journaling. Y'all know I be telling people in multiple episodes that sometimes journaling helps. Sometimes you just need to get it out. And if you feel like you have nobody that you feel comfortable enough to be that vulnerable with, write it down. Whether you don't think so or not, you're still getting it out. Even if it's not to a person, it's still getting out. So I just let myself feel. And most importantly, I detach. I'm learning to detach. Because we did an episode and it was the law of detachment. And I'm learning to do that. So that's why I'm in this next stage. This is all part of the detachment process. And I'm actively doing it. I'm moving. And it's not out of spite at all. It's simply out of survival for me, because if I don't protect me, who will. And it comes to a point where I have a kid, so I have to be okay mentally to be there for him, because like I always say, kids don't ask to be here. And it's not fair to not give him 100% just because I'm emotionally, excuse my language, fucked up. So yeah, I can't. No, that is just not fair to him. So I'm actively doing the work so I could be the best mother, the best version of me for him, for me, for my life. Because I refuse to let someone who didn't value me ruin the best version of me. So I'm working so hard to protect that. No, he don't get to take that. He didn't took a lot from me, but he do not get to take that. Okay? If this is how I was before him, this is how I'm going to be after him, no matter what I go through. Yes, I might add some boundaries here and some points where it's just like I never had to get to this version of myself again, where I just walk away. But at the core of who Diana is will always be, and he don't have the right to take that from me. So no. So let's be clear, I'm still human. And sometimes I slip. Sometimes I say something sharp, or I let frustration bubble up. But here's the thing, this man knows how to push my buttons. He's actually an expert of it. He could probably make a book. Okay. So when I do react, I remind myself that doesn't erase my growth or my progress of where I'm at today. Because the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. And each time I choose a little more peace every time. Even if I stumble, it's still growth. It's all a part of the journey. That's healing. That's real life. So here's your journal prompt for today. If you want to get into journaling, let me help you. Give you a prompt if you're in the same space as I am. Who's testing your peace right now? And what would the healed version of you say to them? Or better yet, what would she or he say to you in those moments when your spirit feels pulled, shaken, or triggered? Really be honest, because at the end of the day, it's your journey. You can say whatever the hell you want. It could be nasty, it could be brutal, it could be mean. It doesn't matter. It's your journey. So just let it out. Let it out, let it go, release it. And if you're crying while writing it, hell, baby, that's healing too. Cause sometimes it hurt, okay? Like, we're not even going to take that fact. I could be angry, but that does not erase the fact that pain is still there. And you're not wrong, and I'm not wrong for being frustrated. I'm not weak for being triggered, and I'm definitely not behind, because healing gets tested. Yes, it does. People test you. People test you. And that right there is proof that you're healing in real time. Because if you can acknowledge that, okay, you know what? Triggers, like we're calling this man, is going to test you every time, every chance. Don't ever think they're not, because they are. I'm telling you. Every time you think like, oh my God, we're getting somewhere. Boom, here go trigger. Every time. And listen, no matter what page your healing journey you're on, what do I say? You're not alone. You're not behind. Keep going through it. Keep growing through it. And most of all, keep glowing through it. And I'll see you next episode.
She broke, she bent, but she never disappeared.